All right, it is week 13 of the Friday Night Blitz, second week of the playoffs for the high school league teams, and our game of the week is a rematch from, well, not that long ago, early November. Chapman and HERM squaring off for round two. Let's show you what went down. You know, the Yellow Jackets won the first meeting 55-21. Sometimes in the playoffs, though, things are a little bit tougher. But here's a familiar sight. A.J. Brand, the HERM quarterback, Virginia Tech commit, gets loose for a 30-yard score, 7-0 HERM. Now, it was 13-0 HERM when Chapman is knocking on the door. Tanner Short powers his way in. Now, HERM would add a field goal for a 16-7 halftime advantage. Second half action. Two guys who didn't want to pay to get into the game. Second half, HERM keeps up the scoring. Hits Brand again. He scores, and two-point conversion puts HERM up 24-7. And then the head coach, Aaron Brand, hollering instructions to his son AJ, and AJ hands it off to Amir White. 31-7 at that point. Yellow Jackets moving on. 38-7 is the final. HERM knocks off the Eagles of Chapman. Dutch Fork looking for another state title. The Silver Foxes opening up the playoffs in the second round after a first round bye, facing Boiling Springs. Head coach Tom Knotts looking for another state title to add to his Hall of Fame resume, future Hall of Fame resume. Gamecock defensive coordinator Clayton White on hand, checking out the action. Also on hand, good friend of ours, Bishopville native Corey Peoples, who played under Lou Holtz at South Carolina. He is the defensive backs coach at Georgia Tech. They had a big win last night, so good to see Corey again. He was on the Georgia State staff, also a former SC State assistant. So the coach is on hand. Let's see if the stars would show up. Dutch Fork's Ethan Offing to KJ Smith in space. And he will take it in 41 yards on that connection. It is a 7-0 Dutch Fork advantage. Boiling Springs punting out of its own end zone. Jaden Westbrook, short field, not a lot of hang time, and that is a 34-yard punt return for a score. So the Silver Foxes go up 14-0 in the first quarter. Now it was 14-7 when Maurice Anderson scores just before the half ends as he hurdles his way in. 21-7 Dutch Fork at halftime, and the Silver Foxes rolling on 42-14, the final over Boiling Springs. Unbeaten Sumter hosting Ashley Ridge. Second quarter, all knotted up at 14. Swamp Foxes have it. Second goal, quarterback Javari Loggins gets rid of it quickly, but the pass is broken up by Jordan Lowry. Third and goal now. Loggins finds Jagger Spivey, but he's brought out of bounds before the end zone. The Gamecock D trying to slam the door shut. Foxes settle for a field goal, so it's 17-14, Ashley Ridge with the lead. How would Sumter respond? Ensuing drive. Sumter's John Peoples takes the pitch, goes outside, is brought down just short of the end zone. For the next play, Peoples takes the direct snap. You know it's coming. You just can't stop it. Touchdown Gamecocks, touchdown Sumter, 21-17. Home team with the lead, and Sumter rolls 55-24. Head coach Mark Barnes, his guys moving on. White Knoll on the road facing the Seahawks of Myrtle Beach. Timberwolves up 3-0 in the second quarter. Quarterback Landon Sharp drops back and goes up top to Devin Geronimi. That's a very familiar connection. Those two have hooked up quite a bit. Touchdown T-Wolves are up 9-0. After a Myrtle Beach penalty, White Knoll goes for two. Shaquez Montgomery crosses the line. It is now an interesting 11-0 score. Seahawks turn over an interception, and then Sharp makes them pay. Quarterback keeper, he's in. 18-0 at that point, and White Knoll advances 39-14. The final, the Timberwolves looking very strong, looking to get back to the state finals. Wichita Northeast, after that dramatic win last week at Seneca, back on the road in the shadows of Clemson, facing Daniel. Will Wilson will not be denied as he scores for the Cavaliers. And then Wilson drops back and finds Isaiah Small for the score. Arnie puts up 36 points, but Daniel scores 48, so the Lions are moving on. The Cavaliers' season comes to an end. How about the Camden Bulldogs? Also in the upstate, taking on Wren. Camden with the ball, handoff to Wyatt Thompson to Tylen Drakeford. Touchdown Dogs. Touchdown Tylen Drakeford. And then Thompson, a conventional pass here to Traven Wright. Great catch there. Camden wins a shootout, 43-42 over Wren. The first half of the Friday Night Blitz is in the books, but stay with us. More scores and some exciting state championship highlights from the Skeezer ranks coming up next.